In a world where suffering is often hidden behind the faces of the broken, there are stories that defy all odds. Stories of those who risk everything for a chance at healing, a chance at hope. This is one such story. For 12 long years, one woman carried a pain so deep it not only affected her body but her soul. She was a woman lost to time, defined only by her suffering. But little did she know, on this very day her life was about to change forever. But the question is, would she find the healing she desperately sought? Would her faith be enough to change her life? Her name is not recorded, her face lost in time, yet her story still speaks. 12 years ago, she was just like any other woman in her village, hopeful, vibrant, part of a community. But one day the bleeding began. What she thought was temporary turned into torment. A month passed, then 3, then 6. She visited doctors, spent all she had. But the pain only grew worse. They called it a curse. They whispered behind her back. Eventually they stopped whispering and just walked away. To be unclean meant more than just illness. It meant exile. She couldn't be hugged. She couldn't enter the temple. She couldn't marry, couldn't work, couldn't even sit where others sat. She was alive but not really living. She was breathing, but slowly fading from the memory of those around her. She stands before a stone house, pleading with a doctor. The doctor shakes his head and shuts the door. She collapses to her knees, overwhelmed. She had tried everything. Every natural remedy, every oil, every physician's advice. She had been poked, prodded, examined, and abandoned. Each visit ended the same way, with disappointment and a higher price. Now she had nothing. No silver, no support, just silence. The woman lies in bed that night, staring at the ceiling. A tear rolls down her cheek. A distant voice is heard shouting in the street, "Jesus of Nazareth is coming." And yet, a name, a whisper in the wind. Jesus, healer, prophet, Messiah. Stories had reached her ears, of lepers cleansed, demons cast out, the blind given sight. A spark lit in her heart. Could he heal me too? Morning breaks. The woman wraps herself in a shawl and steps out. The streets are buzzing, Jesus is near. She starts walking toward the noise, pushing through alleys and crowds. She knew the law. A woman with her condition wasn't allowed in public spaces. If anyone recognized her and reported her, she could be stoned. But what's the use of a life lived in hiding? What's the point of surviving if you're not truly alive? She didn't care about the rules anymore. She didn't care about the shame. All she cared about was getting to Jesus. The crowd is thick. Jesus is surrounded. She stumbles. Someone steps on her garment. Still she presses forward. Her breathing is labored. Every step hurt. Her body was weak, frail from years of blood loss. But her heart was stronger than ever. "If I can just touch him," she whispered. "Even his clothes, even the hem of his garment, I'll be healed." Instantly her body jolts. She gasps. Her eyes widen in disbelief. The pain vanishes. She feels whole. In that split second, heaven touched earth. What no physician could do in 12 years, the power of God did in a single moment. Her flow of blood stopped. Her strength returned. She knew deep within that she was healed. But Jesus had also felt something. Jesus halts. The crowd continues moving, but he turns back, his eyes scanning. "Jesus, who touched me?" The disciples look confused. "Peter, Master, the crowd is pressing all around. How can you ask who touched you?" Jesus firmly. "Someone touched me. I felt power go out from me." The woman's heart races. She freezes. Then slowly, trembling, she steps forward and kneels at his feet. She had been invisible her whole life. But now she couldn't hide. With tears in her eyes, she confessed, told him everything. Her bleeding, her suffering, her desperation, her faith. Jesus kneels down, gently lifting her chin to look into her eyes. His face is full of compassion. "Jesus, daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. You are freed from your suffering." The word daughter echoes. She had been called many things, but never that. She breaks down in joy. Daughter. Not outcast, not unclean, not forgotten. In one word, Jesus gave her identity. In one moment, he gave her life. We don't know what became of her after that day. But one thing is certain, she was never the same. She had touched Jesus, yes, but more importantly, Jesus had touched her. She walked away not just healed, but restored, accepted, and loved. Will you reach out in faith? There are many today who feel like her, tired, rejected, unseen. Maybe you've tried everything. Maybe you've been bleeding in ways no one sees. But if you'll reach out in faith just as she did, Jesus is still near. His power still heals. His heart still welcomes. Will you touch the hem of his garment today? If this story moved you, leave a comment below, share it with someone in need, and be sure to subscribe for more cinematic stories that reveal the heart of God.